sneakers that we couldn't afford. That was my first time seeing the Tiffany Dunks and thinking like, wow, like this is real life. So tell us about, you know, Soul Brothers and of course building connections through that store as well.
Wait. That was Rod?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That worked in Soul Brothers, a black nigga?
Yeah.
Oh shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I didn't realize that
The
until
black
like
nigga. That's what showed me though. That was me. I'm the
I
black
didn't realize
nigga.
it until like recently. Yeah. So tell us about Soul Brothers. Like, you know, like I said, that store was like that was, you know, we look at the exchanges around here now, the locker rooms, all these type of resale type of stores.
Started like this.
Do my shirt look wrinkled?
It do, but you can be all right though.
I feel like it's like the vintage look. I can get away with it. It is what it is.
Vintage wrinkles.
This my camera? This me?
Clearly the one that's in front of you is probably your camera. I would think.
Yeah, we're not cutting this up. What's up, man? Welcome to another episode of From Within. Today we got Rod, my guy. Appreciate you.
What's happening?
Time, bro. If y'all don't know Rod, man, Rod been around for a long time. I didn't realize how long he was around. But if you ever heard of Traptastic, he's been doing that for the last 10 years at this point. So first of all, starting off with Traptastic, I was too young to go to the first ones. I was still in high school.
That's funny.
So tell us about Traptastic, the story, the origins. You know, how you begin that?
We just, you know, we was around here bored because like the club is the same, just like the club is the same now, you know what I mean? And like, it was like all the music was the same, all the shit was the same, and it was just like really boring. And then they opened up, well actually first, niggas was traveling. We was like out of town. Me and Sean and like other people would be in like LA, we'd be in Texas, we'd be in Miami, you know what I'm saying? And everything, like parties was so much more fun and shit. And it really just came from that, just like seeing how fun it really could have been and just bringing back what it wasn't to here.
All right.
And then but also it was like work release too. And like where we at right now, you know what I'm saying, it's right behind work release, but work release is right here.
Exactly, yeah.
And this is where we had the second party. The first party was actually at this place called Poncho and Luigi's up on Cali, but it's different now. I think it's like Dirty Buffalo now.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, tell us about work release, because I remember a few months ago, we came back, they had the social supply event here for like the Neon Fest was going on. So like, tell me about the significance of coming back, seeing it 10 years later, or 9 years later, really about, just seeing different people, a whole new type of generation of people also, the original generation coming back and having a good time here. Like, what was that like?
That was crazy to see, because you never think that, I don't know what we thought like when we started, how long this was gonna be or what it was gonna turn into, but to be 10 years later and see it, it's just like a crazy feeling, for me at least, just to look at it and then like to think about everything that we've been through to get to where we at now and to be bigger than we ever been now. We could be washed right now, we could be done, but to still be here and get a lot of flowers and a lot of love and respect this year been really cool, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
and like, of course, like to sustain anything for this amount of time and to live through the pandemic like we did and then to bounce right back, first of all, tell us about the struggles that you had when you first started, some of the things that you had to work through, in terms of, that was like the boom of social media was really starting to sprout, especially in this area, people starting to really connect in different phases. So tell us about the struggles that you had, connecting with different people, building a brand, and of course building an audience. Because if you missed that first time, you might not get a second shot. So tell us about the first steps.
So for us, we already was like throwing parties. So we came into this really experienced. It wasn't that we just started doing this with this. We was doing other stuff. So we were pretty we had a big head start, kind of, and we was like connected with a lot of people like Charlie and all the people that run everything down here and all the other people in Norfolk that do everything else. Like, we already was really tapped in, so when we came into it, it was a way easier process for me than it might be for somebody who's starting something right now that's just like, hey, I want to go do that thing, you know what I mean? I got an idea, I'm gonna try to do that thing. It's just not so simple sometimes.
All right.
And we might have made it look easier than what it actually is, but it's because we had already put in a lot of years of work before, even 10 years ago, when this became a thing.
Yeah. So my first introduction, I didn't even know it. Me and Kyrie went to Blair. So of course, right across the street from Blair was Soul Brothers. So we used to go in there after school, look around, look at all the wrapped up sneakers that we couldn't afford.
Yeah.
That was my first time seeing the Tiffany Dunks and thinking like, wow, like this is real life. So tell us about, you know, Soul Brothers, and of course building connections through that store as well.
Wait. That was Rod?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That worked in Soul Brothers, the black nigga?
Yeah.
Oh shit! That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I didn't realize that
The
until
black
like
nigga. That's what showed me though. That was
yeah.
me. I'm the
I
black
didn't realize
nigga.
it until like recently. Yeah. So tell us about Soul Brothers. Like, you know, like I said, that store was like that was, you know, we look at the exchanges around here now, the locker rooms, all these type of resale type of stores. But Soul Brothers was like the original.
Yeah,
So,
we was goddamn ahead of our time with that. It didn't really work for us like that. We did resell. We didn't buy stuff or like trade stuff.
Yeah.
But it was like, like even back then, bro, it's so many stories of that from like the beginning of resale. Like I was a big part of the beginning of resale and sneaker culture like here as a whole back then. And yeah, that shit, I met everybody. That's how I met a lot of people too. That's
Yeah.
how I knew the whole Norfolk and
Yeah.
shit like that. And I got so many stories from back then. You know, cause you know how like right now, like some shit'll come out and you'll pay like double for that shit the day it come out.
Yeah.
And I remember, bro, the Yeezys came out here, like the first one. And they came out at like DTLR. A nigga brought them to Soul Brother one day, and I think they was like 200, 250. I think the nigga was like, give me 300. And I was like, bitch, no. I was outraged. I was like, nigga, I'm not paying nothing extra for this shit. Like, that was before that was even like a thought.
Yeah.
And then now to see what like resale is now and how like some shoes that cost more than like what your crib costs, but they was $160 shoes, I advise people not to fall for that shit. Just get the shoes that don't. But that is a big thing that go on in the world now.
For sure. Yeah, man. Like I said, like being in middle school, like I know my routine used to be get a couple dollars from my mom, get about $3 Tuesday, $4 win. You know what I'm saying? Get a couple dollars, and I go to Dog and Burger. Say I'm staying after school or whatever, but I'd also stop in Soul Brothers every once in a while. Just get a look, man. Just see like what I could get when I get older. So
when I was in there, like when I was in there still, I didn't realize what I was doing at the time, right? And how important like the place was, or even like I was to like people, right?
Yeah.
Cause like you would come in there, you remember me, but like you would think about like skate shops is like, not that they for white people, but like mostly it's white people involved in them.
Yeah.
And so I was in there and all the little niggas from like Park Place and like the whole Norfolk would just come hang with me and shit. And I've met like a lot of people there that grew to be a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? Like when they was little kids. And they would fuck with me forever. Even like Vega, like I know Vega's pops.
Yep.
Vega came in there as a little child and shit. I didn't realize that was him until later. But then there was like other people like Xavier's from ADS and all that. Like people like that like grew to be different things and shit. Like I helped a lot of them like with their ideas when they was kids. Or like making, you know, like a lot of people made clothing lines when they was in like high school, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would help them with that shit or like, you know, wear it. Help them sell it, shit like that. So it was like a lot of people that I've met through the years that now, like just me being who I was through all these years benefits me now. Cause like now we all grown, like you grown.
Yeah.
Other people that I've helped when they was kids is grown, and now they doing things where, you know, we can assist each other and we can like, you know, make paper together or just benefit each other in all kind of different ways, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel
So
you.
I made a lot of connections through people that I met that was children that just, you know what I'm saying, have fucked with me their whole life just because I was just cool.
Right, yeah. And then, you know, like you mentioned Vega, throughout this whole time with Traptastic, whenever you go to a Traptastic, Vega's gonna be there. He's like the resident DJ for you guys. So talk to us about, you know, the first time you were starting to, you know, Vega's getting a name and you booking them for your things, and now relationship sprouted, every Traptastic is there, whether y'all in Richmond or whether y'all in collaboration with, you know, these other companies. Tell us about your relationship with Vega.
There. We got a lot of stuff coming up, but Vega was so we used to have this group chat. Had a crazy name. I'm not gonna say the name right now. We had a group chat that was insane back in the day. It was like me, Vega, Xavier's, my boy Orlando, a lot of random people. from around here that do a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And
Excuse me.
Vega was there, and he was like at Urban Outfitters at the time. He used to work at Urban Outfitters, and he was just like, he was young. He was like 18, maybe even like 17. And when we started doing this shit, he wasn't DJing at first, but he was just our homie and shit. So then like a couple months in, he started DJing, so I was just like, I threw him on, you know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
I just put my homies on. I really don't care. I'm still like that. Like, you know, I got homies that ain't even the greatest at what they do, but I'll put them in there just because it's just, that's just what I'm gonna do. That's what connections get you. You know what I mean? And so I put him on, and he was good back then. He didn't, when he came to us like I DJ or whatever, he was already good. He wasn't like just learning how to do it and fucking around. He was like already good at DJing, but I don't think that he didn't really DJ for people like that. So he just sharpened his knife all these years, and now he's, you know, 9, 10 years later, he's like one of the best, you know what I'm saying, around here. And, you know, we've always been together, we've always been a team, so it's like, we just got sharp together. A lot of us grew together. A lot of the people that's with me have been with me this whole time.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't really lose many relationships, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's always been a good thing. I've always been good with my people and take care of everybody around me.
All right. And, you know, as far as, you know, in booking DJs as well, what is the process of, you know, selecting DJs, you know, for different events? Of course, you outsource DJs. You know, we had, I forgot what the guy's name was from DC last week. Yeah,
Shout
so,
out
you
to
know.
my boy JB's the man.
Of course, you know.
Sold out dates.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I've seen every DJ from Rollo to Low to Wise to, of course, Vega.
Who's your favorite?
My favorite DJ personally? It's between Wealthy and Vega. Rollo is like that too. But
Wealthy ugly as shit. He's all right at playing music. He's cool at, you know what I'm saying, picking songs, but he ugly as hell though.
But yeah, those are my favorites. But how do you select, especially because you can't just throw random DJs on at the same time because styles might clash or whatever. So what is your thought process?
You can pick random people. It's not random, but you can pick random people. I like to damn near have like 2-3 different parties, it feel like, in a night.
Yeah.
That's the kind of experience we like to give, you know what I mean? Because I really like to, because if it's like one person, it gets stale, you know what I'm saying? You get used to what that one person do. Mm. But if you give, 3 people an hour and a half or whatever, it's like, they coming in fresh every time. It's like sparring partners, you know what I mean? Because if you and one nigga in the gym sparring, you know what I mean? You both gonna be tired eventually, but if you just keep the energy high, keep people coming in like they listening to what the last person played, they know they're gonna do something different, everybody's paying attention, everybody watching the room, it's like, I feel like it's better that way and it creates a real fun time. But I be picking I like to always have a girl if I can, because there's been so many girl DJs now, it didn't used to be like that.
Yeah.
And then girl DJs is a lot better now than they used to be. Girl rappers, girl rap music is a lot better now than it used to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love all that stuff and I really want to shine light, you know what I mean? It might not look like it, people might not think that, but I really respect what all the girls do and shout out to them, like Gia, Tommy, Malika.
Yeah, we got some fire DJs
They come
here.
through and get crazy every time. So I try to have a girl. It's usually always Vega there, like you said, and then somebody else, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we get somebody from out of town. Maybe we get somebody who doesn't have the biggest name yet, but we like what they do and we try to shine some light, you know what I mean? So we do that, try to bring people up and, help them get their name out there. So there's no real rhyme or reason to it. We just bring people in and try to bring everybody together. People that, you would only see it like only you or on this kind of scene or on, you got Can Rock and people that's in Ocean View at the beach and at the Tides games, and you want to bring all that stuff together. It's not like a singly inclusive party. I want some of everybody to come down and fuck with everybody. That's what we really aim for.
Right. What?
I was gonna say, ask him about the dome. What does he feel about the dome?
Oh yeah. Have you seen it? Yeah. Oh yeah, the dome. What you think about that?
I didn't go to it yet. That joint, it was last night, right?
Yeah, it was cool.
Did you go?
Yeah, we was there.
I wanted to go, man. I seen some people was in there. I was in Norfolk last night, but I wanted to go. I'm gonna go soon, cause I want to see it. I've seen it. I was down there. I walked by there the other day, but it looked cool. It looked smaller than I thought it was.
It actually, it's big, bro. Pause.
He said that didn't he?
Pause.
Was it crazy how you said that though?
That's insane.
Yeah, it was crazy what you said, but it seemed, I don't want to talk about the size of it no more, but it was it was a cool, I've seen it, Yeah, I didn't know it was ready to be open yet, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to something soon for sure. I see they had some reggae stuff in there. They ain't got nothing crazy yet.
Nah, yeah.
But I'm gonna go see some show. I'm gonna see something.
So to kind of piggyback off that, with different venues. So for the last however long you've been at Crocs, but every once in a while you've had something at the Annex. Last year you guys took it to Richmond at the park a couple times.
Couple times.
So of course having that partnership with Crocs, what was that like? Trying to to develop that relationship with them, build that out, and then also trying out different venues, trial and error. Have you did a different venue and it's like, this isn't good, probably too big for the crowd or too small for the crowd? What is that situation been like for you?
Yeah, we've done venues that we've liked a lot and that we didn't like. Crocs is really like a perfect venue. And I know that people act like they're tired of going there. They might say that. They don't say it a lot, but you hear stuff. And I just think that it's like a thing where it's like I own that place almost. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm basically, we damn near are like a part owner of Crocs, right? So you wouldn't be like, hey, stop having stuff at the place you run. You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense. So it's just like, we do stuff in other places, but Crocs is the most flexible with us. We got such a good working relationship that it's just easy to be there. So that's where we can go and just be there. And then, but we back at the Annex though for the anniversary.
Yeah, okay.
And then a couple more dates coming up. And then we got, we was at Elevation, but Elevation's going through what they're going through now. So, but shout out to Elevation. And then we're working on places though, you know what I mean? It's just not that many places that, you can really get people to come to. It's not always just like if you build it, they will come situation.
Yeah.
Cause I can go to some places, I can name a bunch of spots right now that contact me and want me to do some stuff, and I could go there, but it's weird. It's not that they're gonna look at it like we selling out or something, but they're not gonna appreciate it the same. They're not gonna come out. They're not gonna look at it like the same time. It's just it's just weird. It's a mental thing. It's weird. You gotta pick the right spots.
And at the end of the day, even though you're throwing events and parties, but at the end of the day, it's a business for you.
Yeah.
It's an experience and it's fun for other people. That's the patrons and the customers. But at the end of the day, you got to do business. You got to put money in your pocket.
Yeah.
And you also got to keep that relationship. So, but to marketing and stuff, like I said, you guys have been around for so long at this point. I feel like whenever you see a T logo and the fitted cap, it's more so Traptastic than it is the ties at this point. So that push was crazy. T-shirts, hats, all these type of things. What was the marketing like in trying to expand for you over the years as well?
So like I said before, I came from a streetwear background. So I helped other people make their clothes. I've always been a motherfucker that get dressed. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, you know what I'm saying? You can ask around, this is a thing. but I just know, we just took our shot, making some stuff, and it always went well for us. So we did clothes for a long time. And so the problem now, I haven't been making clothes lately. I think I'm gonna bring hats back.
Yeah.
But it's just a thing where I do a lot of the planning and designing and thinking up the stuff. I'm the idea guy for most of it. And it's two different brains to come up with the party stuff and the flyer stuff, or to come up with clothing pieces. And it's hard to do both of those and, go to work or do everything else you gotta do in life. You got, it's real time consuming. So I had to step away from clothes to run this stuff good. But there was a time when party stuff wasn't doing nothing, like COVID and all that.
Right.
And then we started doing the clothes. So it really was a lot of this stuff is to keep my brain going, or just keep us active and keep our, we stay alive through all the different things that we do.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's hard to do it all together. So that's why you'll see a focus of this and then a focus of this and then so it just moves through the times as we need to do them.
Right. Back to the venues type thing. Has there, you don't got to name the venue, but can you tell us about a negative experience that you had, dealing with the venue, whether it was in terms of money splits, just like I said, cramped out crowds, can you tell us about a negative experience that you kind of learned from, took from that, and just decide not to do that no more?
We've had some negative experiences, right? You have like your growing pains and stuff, but
Of course.
for the most part, I don't really have nothing bad to say about nobody. Nobody owe me nothing. I've gotten everything I've earned, is what I like to say. So, when people try to do bad business, you can't really, it depends on who you are and how that stuff works out, but I don't really have too many problems with that. I really just have like I said, if we pick the wrong venue, you know what I mean? And then you don't get the return that you wanted on that investment. But outside of that, we've probably only had a couple bad times. I'll tell you what, I'll tell you the worst thing we've ever done, and I don't talk about stuff like this, but when we did, I don't even know, I might want to beep that word or something, but we did right?
Yeah,
I want to beep that out when we say it. We'll just be like, but when we did that shit, we had like a 2000s thing or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like our birthday party, me, Izzy the DJ, some other homies, and it just didn't do good, and it was like that shit big as hell, and expensive.
Yeah.
So it was like, this whole thing costed like, it was like $20,000 in this party, and like shaking them, they did something at the Norfolk too and it didn't go well, and we probably got to blink that too. They did some shit at the Norfolk and it didn't go well, and they lost a ton of money too. Like the Norfolk is like, I'm gonna stop saying the name so that we don't gotta keep editing. But
a lot of edits.
That motherfucker is like, if you don't do it right, and that's with any place that you go to.
Right.
But it's like lower levels of playing ball. You can lose, $1,500, $2,000 over here, you'll live to see another day. You fuck that shit up, and it's just like you sunk your battleship for a while. You don't even know if you want to do this no more. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like, that's what type of money you're gonna lose fucking around in like certain places.
Yeah.
That's what you don't want to do.
Yeah.
We definitely got to make sure we do people's names and shit. But yeah, that shit wild.
So recently, you guys have been collaborating with other, I guess, promotions or parties like
other
Bala,
brands and other people. Yeah.
Social Supply. Somebody else I'm missing too. Hey Ma. What is it like collaborating with these type of people or those type of people? Selecting venues, getting at your DJs, and just like doing business together. What is that like?
It's easy because we everybody all this experience, and everybody knows what's gonna happen when we come together. So we only do it
every once in a while.
when it makes sense, because we don't even have to do that. Some people you might like to collaborate, and this isn't a shot at nobody, but like some people might collaborate because they need help, you know what I mean? And then like one person might be saving the other person, carrying the other person, but when we all come together, it's like, it's all equal splits. It's all, nobody's better. Everybody's, big time. So we just come together and smack shit and leave, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's always fun. Like Social Supply, we always gonna, do numbers. With Gabe, we always gonna do numbers. With Hey Ma, we gonna do numbers every time. And all those people too have, if everybody don't notice, all those people, like from Cam to Ivan, Leon and Gabe, all of us have been here this whole time, long as me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we all are like really sharp and really just, in tune with each other and with the scene and with everything. So when we all come together, it's easy. You know what I mean?
Of course, you've been in this area for however long, because you're not from here, right?
I'm from Jersey, but I
but
basically grew up here. I came in like 8th grade.
Yeah, so tell us about of course, From Within is about Virginia, specifically the 757 right now, but tell us about the impact that this area has had on you, and then the sense of pride that you have, from seeing everything grow from literally from nothing to what it is.
Talk about this, nigga.
The Bureau, we'll talk about it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get to it. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro, I'm the pro.
No, you're not.
Anyways, but yeah, tell us about just this area and its importance to you, and what you want to see in the future.
The area's importance to me. The area, this is like, it is basically like my hometown. You know what I mean? Why they got all that on that car like that? We gotta focus. Nah, it is like my hometown. It's a. I love it here. It's like I'm from here. I'm basically from here. I basically claim the beach. Like I tell people I'm from the beach, you know what I mean? And that's pretty much that. I don't really, He's fucking, I just want to know what he's doing. I'm just waiting it out. But yeah, it's like I'm from the beach, and you know, a lot of my homies is from the beach, and I mean in Norfolk or whatever. But everybody know I'm riding from the beach and shit from back in the day. So this is like my home. This is where I'm from. This is what I represent mainly. But it's been hella impactful for me. It changed my life because I was like I came here. The reason I'm even here is because I got in some trouble when I was young as hell. I got kicked out of school. I was doing dumb stuff. And so my dad was like, boom, we moving. So I was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? We packed the crib up. Me, my pops, and my sister, you know what I'm saying? We get in the truck and we drive from fucking Everett and end up here. And I'm just like, all right, you know what I mean? I didn't even know this is where we was going, but this is where we went. But it was definitely a better probably place for me to be because I ended up, you know, who I am now and who I could have been is like, you know, who my brother was and who my cousins are, which is, you know, a person, you know, like you go to jail and I'm doing like, you know, it's a whole different life.
Yeah.
But it ended up being a way better life for me. So I appreciate this place and the people and the stuff I've, you know, experienced and done around here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And of course, if you haven't noticed, we're on the mural. This is actually our second time shooting an interview here. The first time, you know, Dunman, you and Dunman hit us up. Y'all wanted something to be done on this mural after the work. What was it called? The social supply set that they had here at Commune.
Yeah, Neon Fest.
Neon Fest.
Neon
Yeah,
Fest.
exactly. So this mural, shout out to D. Kane, another excuse me, from within alumni. So tell us about the importance of, you know, having this mural that's y'all's. It ain't going nowhere no time soon.
Yeah.
And you know, just seeing the creation and the process of you know, making this and putting this here. Yeah,
so the crazy thing is, like, I don't talk about this enough, but this shit is like, you know, we commissioned this mural with Neon Fest and D. Kane and shit, and shout out to D. Kane, because he didn't have to do this shit for what he did it for and, you know, look out for us and, you know, put this together with us. But this was like we got like it's like we got a city park or something, you know what I mean? And this is like a big deal. People don't really, I don't know if they realize if they look at it like that, but we got like, you know, we got a mural, like niggas got a mural out this bitch, that's important to me. That shit crazy when you think about it. Like I tell my son about it, but he's 13. He doesn't really give a fuck. But later on he'll be like, you know, that's important. This will be here forever. You know what I mean? And I think we're gonna add to it. We're gonna probably fill it up this year.
Okay.
For the Neon Fest, finish it, because you know how like D. Kane shit be kind of full.
Yeah.
And we kind of made this open, but I think we might try to come back and get it filled in. But yeah, we commissioned this. We sponsored this. The Trap paid for this. You know what I mean? And we got this done, so this is a really dope thing to have in our resume, you know what I mean, under the hat and shit. All
right, so last night, Zach Fox was here, excuse me, and had a great show at the Norva. But last year, when we had a comedy show at the Funny Bone, you guys were able to get him to come to Trap. So what was that process like of getting in contact with his team, of course, getting him to Trap, and, you know, just getting that, because that night was insane. Like usually, like it isn't a line outside wrapped around the corner at 10 o'clock, but that night was very, very crazy. It was packed out. So tell us about that night and booking Zach Fox and getting him to come spin for a Trap.
That shit, man, so when we saw that he was having a comedy show, we all got tickets and shit, but I was just like, we had been trying to get him for years when he was just rapping, before he even was DJing and whatever. And so I've been trying to get him, but he's like one of those people you just can't really, it's like he kind of just move when he want. He just do what he want to do, you know what I mean? He don't see nothing, he don't, whatever. And people be like that, and it's just like to be expected. But, so we tried for weeks to get him, and then like at the last minute, like maybe like 10 days out, I was on the phone with my homie A from New York. Shout out to A, that's Dom's manager and shit, Rich Fazio's manager.
Oh, Aaron, yeah.
So, you know, he's in New York, super tapped in. He knows Zach Fox's manager. And I don't know how it came up. He was just like, is anybody, I think he asked me like, was there anybody who was trying to get anything he could help me with? And I told him about the Zach Fox thing, how he's coming, we're trying to get him. And he was like, I know his manager, and like literally was like, I'm gonna hang up and call him and call you back. So he calls the guy, and then he calls me back, and he's like, he was like, yeah, he said that nigga do the shit. And I was like, for real? And I was like, he was just like, yeah, he said do it. He told me the number. The number was crazy, not a bad way either. A phenomenally low number that I was not expecting, you know what I mean? And I was like, damn, but they so tight. that it just worked like that. And I was just like, all right, well, we'll do it. And then like, it was like, I tried to get him to sign a contract. You know, you book somebody, you get a contract so that you can, because I didn't want to, I didn't want to like promote something without having the contract, and then he'd be like, I don't feel like doing that no more or something, or the show run late or whatever. And so what happened from there, it was like he wasn't gonna sign a contract, just like insider. This is like insider trading now, right? He didn't want to sign no contract because he was just doing the homie thing for the love, but he promised me that he was gonna be there.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I ain't really want to do it like that, you know what I'm saying? But we ended up rolling, and then he gave us like a final confirmation, I want to say Wednesday night, like in the middle of the night. He was like, yo, I'm definitely coming. I need this, this, and this. Like he needed like CDJs or whatever, and he needs like transportation, and he needs this and whatever, you know, whatever else he needs, like the list of shit that you need when you booking somebody. Yeah. So I'm like, nah, we on. So I had the flyer made already. Yeah. Because it already was looking like it was gonna go. Yeah. But it just wasn't official. So when it was on go, we dropped that shit Thursday morning, and we sold 1 million tickets. Like it went crazy. And we usually sell out back then we didn't sell out like we do now. We would sell the building out, but we wouldn't sell the tickets out ahead of time. Yeah, yeah. But that day, we sold out crazy. Like the day that we said that he was coming, it just went stupid. He never posted it. He never talked about it, but it didn't stop nothing. And I didn't know if it was or not. You know what I'm saying? Because when you book somebody and you pay them some money, you like for them to post it and shit, but he wasn't gonna do all that. And it's like, now I understand, you know what I mean? It's like other obligations and stuff that might prevent a person from like posting your shit. And that's something else I've dealt with other people, like Masego in the past and other people like that are like, when you're bigger, you got like agencies and shit, you can't really do these favors and promote them. You gotta just, it's like, take my word for it, I'm coming, do what you gotta do, and I'll be there, you know what I mean? So, yeah, we posted it, it went crazy. It was people out there trying to get their fucking shit signed and shit. It was like fucking, it was a big deal. And that was a crazy night. It was a crazy day. It was a crazy night. He came through and snapped. And I mean, he snapped last night too. Yeah, for sure. You know, as we know, he was here again, but it was dope. It was dope. Yeah. He came through, he did like 1 hour and 20 minutes or something. He went up.
As Kai mentioned a few minutes ago, things like sold out dates, and I can't even think of anything around this area that's like that big. But do you aspire to get to those levels, to have things where it's like, instead of a few hundred people, you have 1,000, 2,000, a few thousand people at your thing? Yeah. Like, when, you know, what is the end goal for you for Trap?
The end goal, right, is really to go on tour and you know, just do this shit all over the place. And one thing, so like sold out dates and stuff like that, the stuff that's bigger like that, that's like anomalies for real. You know what I mean? It don't really go like that. But to be like, you know, like right now we doing, you know, 400 to 700 people around here. That's really big numbers, right? And it's like, it'll be the difference between being like an independent person and a person signed to like a label, right? So I can move around and stay in my pocket of 350 to 500 and go all around the country and still be great. Right. You know what I mean? I don't have to go, you know, 5,000. That might not be in our future because, you know, but the niche is big and it grows. But I think if we can just travel around, you know, in a good size pocket, we can get that up and down the East Coast and into LA, and then, you know what I mean? And that's the real goal, is to, you know where we at and what we doing, what we reaching for, and take that on the road, more than to like, you know, try to do the garden and shit, like, cause it might not work out like that for this genre that we playing. You know what I mean? It's a smaller niche, but I think that we can maximize it and we can move around with it and, you know, make good numbers all over the country. You know what I mean?
For sure. And of course, I almost can't forget to mention Dunman and Sean, man. Tell us about those guys and their involvement and roles in Traptastic and your relationship as well.
Yeah, Sean, so we all, you know, we like family and shit. Sean is like my brother, and I always tell niggas he's like my fucking, like my Memphis Bleak, right? Because if you have like because like everybody look at me like I'm just the face, I'm just the guy. Yeah. But Sean has been with me way before this. Me and Sean have been, you know, whatever we do before this. Like I said, we like family, and it's just like you know, he's like a very big piece of the puzzle to anything I do, even if it's like, if it doesn't have like a trap name on it, if it doesn't have whatever, or like, you know what I'm saying? Sean will help me set up my son's birthday party. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are like we're like the same guy. We're like one thing. And then Dunman, you know, we've been friends forever too. He's another person like I know from Soul Brother when he was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Doms, all them guys, Lando, they was kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I met them, but we just always been tight. You know what I'm saying? And watch each other grow, and everybody just get in where they fit in, and we could just get stuff done. You know what I mean? Dummin wasn't there in the beginning, but you know, he's been here a lot lately. He put this together, the mural, and stuff like that. That was all Dummin. His doing, his planning, and then, you know, I backed him up and we pushed it through. You know what I mean? So like, everybody serves their purposes and do all the stuff that they got to do to put everything where it need to go. You know what I mean? So like, we just a good team. Everybody's just a good team.
For sure, man.
And the team is important. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gotta know their roles and do their things. And if you could do that, you know what I mean? That's how you fucking, you know, win the championship. Whatever analogy that people gotta follow, but they don't. But they should, because that shit matters. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Like I said, we appreciate y'all, especially, you know, from, you know, coming from this area, always giving the community an outlet to go have fun and whatnot. And you know, I appreciate y'all for, you know, kind of taking me under y'all wing in a sense, and you know, always looking out, you know, whenever I need something. So, you know, once again, shout out to the Trap, man. Shout out to all the team, and of course, once again, thank you, Rod. It's another episode of From Within. Tell everybody where they can follow you at, man. Where they can find you.
Oh, follow me, man. At Rod Baby on Instagram. That's the one I use the most. I don't know. I don't be on Facebook. I don't be on Twitter. I'll be on Twitter, but not for tweeting. Twitter's a different place. I'll be on, and then, you know, the Traptastic, TheTraptastic on Instagram, on Twitter, on goddamn, what's the, TikTok, all that.
Yeah.
Shout out to my assistant, Alexis. She helps me a lot.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, she keep us in order. My boy Vega, Gucci. Can't forget Gucci. Gucci is like the, if I had a street team, it's Gucci, I guess. I don't know. Gucci's there. Gucci's the other guy. That's all of us. And then, you know, shit, my nigga Wealthy, he ugly. We got over that. Everything else is cool, yeah, man. Shout out to all the girls, the DJs, the people.
Appreciate it, man.